So it's 23 minutes into New York session. Got the chart open here on the 15-minute. I'm going to try to keep this video shorter and quicker. We can already see on the 15-minute that one trade idea played through. There was two entry opportunities. Obviously, I wasn't looking at the chart at this time, so I don't know what candle behavior was looking like, how price was acting. But we got that close below the 40.57. Let me adjust this line. This line's a bit incorrect. We got that close below the 40.57. First entry gave around roughly 40 pips. And then it had a little fake out here. Price started to close back above the 40.57, reaching as high as 40.72, but we've seen a rejection, then another closure below 40.57, but the key thing is it closed below 40.53, where it had this rejection point. So that's indicating that the price is going to continue to move down to 40.49 and potentially even lower to one of our first target areas of 40.43 and another entry area. So we saw that happen, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to see when you analyze a chart and you're correct, even though you haven't been able to capitalize on the move. But this is outside of my trading hours. So looking at the chart right now, we can see that price reached down to the 40.43, but that is a strong area of support when we look at the daily and the 4 hour, etc. So currently right now I'm looking at price to close below 40.49 to then take that wave continuing down. Right now I don't have a buyer bias. I'm not very interested in taking any buyers, to be honest, for today at the moment. So if we just go to the 4 hour, I tend to follow the direction of the London 4 hour. Right now, today the London 4 hour closed bullish. Looking at the current 4 hour, it's respecting the low of of London's 4 hour. It's rejected pretty heavy. Potentially for me, I might be interested in taking buys above the 40.84. That will also be breaking London 4 hour high. And typically when it's breaking London 4 hour high, price tends to move 40 pips extra in that direction or whichever direction it's broken. So I will be keeping that in mind if I am to take any buys. And if I look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour is clear to me why price is currently rejecting and just stagnant at the moment. A bit of a struggle is because we did reach that 43 area, and it's a strong area. If you look through all the time frames, there's support there, resistance in terms of price also going down towards there. So now that price got there and we're seeing this rejection, it is to be expected, but it's from this point onwards we analyze and see what is the best trade to take now. Right now the best option is to be waiting. And then if we just drop down to the 30-minute, the 30-minute essentially is showing me the same thing. On the 30-minute, I can see that there's a lot of price rejecting at the 40.49, struggling to break through. So I want to wait for a close below that 40.49. I don't want to enter a trade early around the 40.53, etc., and then get caught on a rejection as price approaches the 40.49. So I'm going to wait for a close below there. My first target is the 40.43, and that is also an area where I'll be looking to add extra positions. And that's essentially it, really. My bias right now for session is still sells. I will be keeping my eye out on how the behavior of the current 4 hour is acting, but right now all I'm seeing is my resistance is formed, my confirmations of resistance for this session. There's not really any strong supports formed at the moment, like a really strong support that can change my bias, and there's no confirmation of support that has been respected. So that's what I'm looking at the session right now, and that's what's happened so far in the trading day. We've seen two trade entries play out already. Sadly, before the session, one gave around 40 pips of profit, and the other one gave roughly around probably close to 90, 100 pips of profit. So, you know, if you are trading, catching 40 pips, 100 pips, 90 pips, it's a good move. And yeah, that's it.